Welcome to another episode of the Manly Garage. What you are looking at here is the factory part that came on the car and the replacement part that came on the car. This right here is the source of your high-pitched squeal and your misfires while operating at idle and low load conditions. You'll notice that as the car gets up into higher RPMs, it ends up running just fine, but it seems like right off idle or anywhere that the car is operating in will be traditionally vacuum. The car ends up running really rough, and you end up getting an entire bank of cylinders that runs terribly. So what this piece here is this is the factory check valve for the oil separator that comes into the top of the Bank 1 turbocharger right here. Now, this should only flow air one way, but when I apply a little bit of airflow to it, you can see it blows in and out very easily. And that's because there's supposed to be a diaphragm down in there that has since left the chat. But when we come back over to this side, you can see this one's got a diaphragm in it. So blow air in and out of this one, air only goes one way. If you're having a high-pitched squeal at idle, you do not need to replace the $300 or $400 or $500 oil separator itself. You need to replace the check valve. Start here. I think this thing was $100 from the dealer. I've seen them as cheap as $45 online if you can wait a couple days. I'm going to swap this thing in and get it running. It is literally like a 15-minute fix. You need, let's see here. Let's see, you need a T25 and I believe a no, correction, that's not it. A T30. So the T30 is going to get the bolts out of this top crossbar, and don't forget that there's one down in the front here. That'll get those loose. That'll get your turbocharger bolt out. The T25 is what you're going to use to loosen up the bolts on the air cleaner. This is where the throttle body inlet adapter or the turbocharger inlet adapter secures in. And then there's two more right there. As you're coming apart, do not, before you remove the top of that air box out, do not forget to unclip your oil cap by pushing this in and sliding it up and out before you take it off. I may or may not know a guy who went to go take his off and ended up ripping the entire boot right off. Wait, that was actually me. So yeah, don't make that mistake. Anyways, super easy to swap in and swap out. When you're going back together, I found the easiest way to get it in is to undo this guy first. So this guy's going to be in here. You're going to want to pop that out, and you're going to rotate this up so you got both your clips on the side, then pinch those together, and this pops right out. And then going back together, I'm going to do it the exact same way. I'll slide this guy into position, snap it into place. It literally just clips in there. It's hard to do with one hand, but it's also not hard to do. It's just a matter of getting it wiggled in. There we go. Pop that guy down and in. Doing our best not to damage the O-ring. Anyways, that goes down and in there. I'm gonna put it back in with the bolt. Actually, I'm gonna take a little bit of mouth lube and lubricate up the O-ring. Just give it a little bit of slide, and that way it should pop right in when we're ready. So anyways, I'm gonna finish pushing that in, and I'll fire it up. Okay, now that's down and in place. One thing to be aware of, I don't know why, but somebody had really buggered up this bolt previously when they worked on it, so I went ahead and had to hammer in the next size up Torx bits to get that thing out of there. It is kind of a pain, not a lot of room to work around the edge here, so you may end up having to do that depending on who screwed up your car last. Anyways, here is the updated part number. I wanted to close out with that. It's 0 Papa 2 103 211 Hotel. There is a TSB out for this. I went ahead and got it installed. I don't see anything that's going to potentially cause damage. Inlet is clear. I'm going to go ahead and start it, and let's just see if the whistle is now gone. Oh, I should probably grab my keys. And just like that, the whistle is gone and she's idling smooth again. Granted, it's still on cold start, but you could hear it on cold start before. Here's the updated part number, 0 Papa 2 103 211 Hotel. Again, that's 0 Papa 2 103 211 Hotel. I've seen them listed anywhere between 50 and about $100 if you get it brand new from the dealer. Out of the way. But this thing has been whistling and running like crap. Misfires, all kinds of stuff. Place that hose. So far, so good. Here are the associated codes. Knock sensor 3 circuit low. Cylinder 5 misfire detected. Random multiple cylinder misfire detected. 6, 7, and 8. Now, what you may notice is that as we come over here, the side that we ended up replacing the part on was on bank 1. All the misfires are over here on bank 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now you might be asking yourself, why is that? Well, the reason is very simple. The throttle body on this bank ends up detecting the differential in air pressure from bank 1 to bank 2. It slightly closes the throttle body, or if not completely closes the throttle body, to try and make up for it. Bank 1, on the other hand, is still just trying to operate normally. So now you've still got bank 2 is still trying to operate normally. You got bank 1 over here that's got way too much air and it's working too hard. Bank 2 can't keep up, and it's detecting that this side of the engine is not making as much power as this side of the engine is. So what I've learned on these cars, when you have an air leak on bank 1, it ends up manifesting as misfires on bank 2. When you have a air leak on bank 2, it ends up manifesting as misfires on bank 1. On this side, there is another check valve in the system. It's right here. This one goes from this turbocharger, and it's actually in this hose here out to this actuator right there. So far, so good. Problem solved. This thing's idling better than it has since I've owned it. I couldn't be happier. Again, 0 Papa 2 103 211 Hotel. Your squeal is fixed. This is legitimately a 10 to 15 minute fix. I mean, the longest part is getting the crossbar off here. This thing's really easy to get out. All right, guys, holler if you got any more questions. And don't forget to like and subscribe and keep us making content for you.